Hello everyone, this is Cookies, and we actually got turn 46 of same Kidzin, different salt. So let's go ahead and try and get recording. We got one message from Mekone. In case you haven't noticed it by now, I've got a site in 44 that has been giving me mundane score graphs for free, so I know all. Kirby. Alright, so yeah, I have indeed noticed Kirby. And I've also noticed that Zan's got one over in Helheim. Alright. So, let's see. Any new wars? No, this is the calm before the storm. Xibalba cleaning up his vulturing efforts on Sauromatia. Okay. This is 4 long dead sots. Sauromatia, this is AI Sauromatia, not the player anymore. So we've got a bunch of shade beasts coming in, but there is a fire shield Melkart here. Now the question is, does the Ami die? It does. I am curious, what was your random? It was an Earth Ami? Okay. Okay, so that's the end of that combat. In Oaklands, Mekone moving to clean up some TNG land. Alright. Then in Vissian Forest, we've got a pretty strong thug here. Ring of the Warrior implies a little bit of blood access, or he traded for it. Storm Spool, Bright Mail Hubbard, Black Steel Helmet, and a Shock Trident. 20 prot, 36 HP, and it's for 32 on 26 attack. Super strong. The Independence Run in Fear. Then we've got Helheim attacking TNG. Pinging it. Well, maybe this is an attack, because it is twice warned. Trying the most budget Fort Storm. It is twice warned. I got trampled off the wall. Just Dominion's things. Alright. Kind of weird to have a chariot on the wall anyways. But it's not like these are... It's a palisade, it's not like it's some giant wall. Alright. So let's see. That was here. So the Hanger Draught scores 35 kills, takes the fort. Very budget taking. And then we've got a whole bunch of indie attacks. We've got probably some blood hunting in Weak Dominion, because it showed up in my messages. Does have a long dead bodyguard though. Leeching Touch. And then in Shepherd's Haven, this one's got a Sacred Bodyguard. Okay. So successfully fending off the peasantry. Okay. One of my Omniscience guys gets attacked by a spider. Or a few spiders. Apparently my bodyguards in the throne room are more monoliths, which is interesting. Alright, and then we've got Independence attacking Hinnom. Is this the Necromancer event? Interesting. We'll have to... I want to take a look at this. So they're going to kill Hinnom's PD here. The Necromancer event is a very aggressive event chain where I guess like a Necromancer is rising and pop kills the home province and then starts spawning stacks of undead that attack neighboring provinces. So would definitely be pretty annoying for Hinnom to deal with. We've got a troll shaman with a bunch of spiders attacking Mekone. This is honestly probably enough spiders to win. Oh, never mind, a bunch of them routed. Okay, somebody's got to run up and bite the guy. You can't just web him forever. There we go. Okay, so the spiders eventually win. They kill an effer. This effer may have been site searching and was inscripted to retreat. And then we've got a bunch of barbarians. Okay. And then... Okay. So I am curious, though, about the Hinnom thing. Interesting. Okay. Give me a minute. I'll look up this event chain. Okay, so I don't think this links into anything like the Necromancer event. I was looking it up. I think it's just an uncommon bad event. Does lose him the Mother Oak and Witch recruitment. Now, Hinnom doesn't care about witches. They've got Akkas with the healer tag, but he does care about this 2 nature income. So he'll be wanting to get that back. And let's see. So it looks like Hinnom's finishing off the last of Sauromatia. Still has not put Iron Peaks back under siege. But it's clear that they've talked because the Xibalba stack is backing off. So I think Iron Peaks was maybe 1 province too far. These barbarians are attacking. Oh, did we not watch that? Okay. So they attack the hidden gold mine and ancient temple of Marverni. Marverni does have some troops that can respond, but I'm not sure if it's enough troops. And you want to... So these barbarians can migrate, and you want to protect this fort construction. So I think you take the combined forces from here and you try to knock this out. He does have 26 PD, so I think whatever survived this probably wouldn't kill 26 PD, I would hope. He is getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 gems from Sitha. So Sitha is a very important province to Marverni. Okay, but otherwise Marverni is still being peaceful. Still hanging out. Last time we talked about a giant conspiracy between Berytos, and Xibalba to kill Helheim and Mekone. So this whole region is what they want to loot. Presumably attacking from the south, Berytos from the northwest, and Xibalba from the northeast. it would be a hell of a war. To me, I don't know that I would feel comfortable just leaving Hinnom alone like this. But maybe Hinnom could get distracted with Marverni, and he might have said as much, because taking Marverni would put Hinnom one throne away, I think, from a throne victory, because we're looking at 6 thrones to win. So Hinnom's got 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. So they only need 2 more, and they need to claim them. And that would be Dragonscale Mountains and the Marverni throne in Sitha. But first, Hinnom needs to get the Sauromatian lands under control, because I don't think you're gonna quietly get away with the throne rush, but he might, as one of the only players going completely north to south. It depends on the amount of communication going on between the other players. I know False God does not like communicating a lot with other players to like really figure out game state. I'm not sure how other players feel about chatting things out and trying to figure things out. But yeah, I mean, this could be a very interesting... If everyone else goes to war and Hinnom sneaks out a throne rush, it could be very interesting. Now, the thing is Hinnom's taken a little bit too long to look at Dragonscale Mountains, because we've got a large Xibalban stack here, and I think the Xibalban stack is going to Dragonscale. So he's got Hoplite Mercs. Yep, so he's hired these Mercs. It looks like they got cheap enough in price. And then I think the Mercs I would have hired, though, would have been the Sylphs, even though they're a little bit more expensive. The magic attacks are what I would be looking for trying to kill vampires. But he's got a whole bunch of other stuff where, I mean, a whole bunch of these big sacred scorpions with blood vengeance are going to do a number on the vampires anyways. He's got other stuff here, so yeah, I think he's attacking Dragonscale next turn. So that might put to bed the Hinnom Throne Rush, especially if it receives a decent garrison. At least until, you know, if Xibalba has to mobilize everything to attack Helheim, and then Stonetroll Nap breaks, which I have seen Stonetroll Nap break before. That was in False Pretenders. Then I could see him maybe trying to siege this down really quickly if everyone else is distracted, and go for the W. So we'll see about this. We'll see if the players put it together. I am looking forward to it. But he did kind of mention it a few turns ago and put it on my radar, so there is a time window where this can effectively work, because, you know, as I'm releasing these episodes on a 30-turn delay, and so it could make it difficult. You know, if he takes too long, people will know that that's what he's thinking about, and that'll make it very difficult to actually pull off. So there's definitely a little bit of a time window here. And this India attack breaks the north-south connection between for Hinnom, which is a little bit sad. But yeah, he's almost done plundering Sauromatia with Rephites. He's then going to have to patrol out all this unrest. And you can see he's investing all of his air gems and a lot of his nature gems into Mazics and Great Hawks just to try and patrol out all this unrest, it looks like. So this looks like blood hunting. But this looks like, some of this other stuff looks like he's trying to patrol out unrest so that he can actually get some recruitment done and get more gold income. All right. But yeah, other than that, it's just wars wrapping up. So we've got Helheim's successful taking of the Throne of Gaia. I'm sure he's very excited about that, and I'm sure the whole lobby's excited to have Throne of Gaia attacks again, potentially. Which could make a mess of some things. And then he's working down the TNG fortifications. It's only 400 wall integrity, but it is taking a little bit. He's got 240 units here. The Valkyries help a lot, so he's probably making a fair number of those, and I think he's using a lot of Arouse Hunkers to get the ghouls to break down these walls, and I imagine these ghouls will show up in TNG soon too. You don't want to take too long, because Mekone's finished his end of the occupation, but you do want to take a clean fight as well. So we've got a little bit of a Mekone army here in Winden for the steel ovens. So probably pretty excited to make some nice gear for all of his stuff there. Loses 2 iron mines though to this independent attack, which probably affects his production here in Gol Emrod. But he does have some reinforcements coming down to help protect the fort. And then he's got his garrison in Mekone proper. But yeah, I mean, we've got huge armies, rapidly rebuilding Xibalba army, huge Berytos armies. It's going to be a lot of stuff coming for Helheim and Mekone when that time comes. So, would like to see some more hoplite recruitment, but he might think he's in a peaceful build-up period where he gets to get some more mages out, do some site searching. He might not realize what's coming. So, but Berytos hasn't fought a war yet. Ur's war ended a long time ago, so he's already gone through his peaceful transition, maybe for the last like 20 turns or so. And the zoo is ever hungry and always looking for new opportunities. So let's take a look at the graphs. So for provinces, Hinnom is out in first, followed by Xibalba, Mekone, and Helheim. And our useful barometer for everyone who's grown since expansion is everyone above the Berytos line. And then you can see the other nations that have been kind of voted off down here. All right, and then for forts, we've got Berytos, Mekone, and Xibalba. For income, we've got way out in front because they've had time to get their scales into the Ulm area. Then we've got Berytos, which is the top end, still in second after expansion. Pretty funny. And then we've got Xibalba, Hinnom, Mekone, Helheim, and Fomoria, the main group of nations here. And then we've got Hellscales, Marverni down at the bottom. For gem income, we've got Berytos, and Xibalba. And gem income has just been skyrocketing. We'll have to take another look at them. Blood income, dropping for Berytos. He might have had to rotate a blood hunting province or something, but we see blood hunting kicking back on for Hinnom and Xibalba. And then for research, we've got Berytos way out in front since he's got lanterns, followed by Marverni, Fomoria. So the 2-1 cap, the 3 nations that haven't fought a war are 1, 2, and 3 in research. And then we've got Helheim, and Mekone after them. For Dominion, we've got Hinnom, and Helheim. And then for army size, we've got and Berytos. Has just become largest army again, surpassing Berytos. And then Xibalba's rapid curve. I think they've got one of the higher inflection, the highest out of the top 3, although Hinnom's also got a very strong inflection. So I think Hinnom's getting a lot of chaff to try and patrol out and rest and kickstart blood hunting. So, and then for ascension points, we've got Hinnom out in front. So I think that's most of it for this turn. It should be a pretty short one. We've just got the storming of TNG left, the storming of Sauromatia, then we've got to siege down Iron Peaks and storm that as well. And then we've got some indie cleanup and potentially Throne of Gaia events. So a little bit of a peaceful period, but hope you'll stick with us, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.